Alright, good evening and welcome to another BossConstructor progress report. No, wrong start. To another development stream today. Yeah, originally I wasn't sure if I could make it this week, but I can, so we can move on. Alright, basically we have two options what we are going to do today. And I'm not entirely sure yet which option I prefer. On the one hand, we should continue to do the modules in our voting list. And the upcoming module would be the mass driver, which would be option 1 for us to do today. And option 2 is basically an idea which I've been playing with for some time now, and also some players mentioned it. Well, let me just show you what I mean. Hey, Fustan, good evening. Good to see you. Alright. So, the second option would be to add some, how should I put it? Like some decorative elements to the ship. So for example here, between the solar panel and the propulsion rocket, we could make like a tiny dark triangle thingy, for example. It wouldn't do much gameplay wise, but it would well, make the ships look a bit more or less blocky, if that makes sense. Just cheat and add the piston. Yeah, actually at some point I am going to handpick some of the modules. Yeah, it's sort of tempting to cheat, but I want to do the stuff I handpick in addition to the stuff that is voted for. But yeah. Yeah, but I guess people really like weapons. So yeah, weapons are always good, I guess. So basically I'm going to let you guys decide. So A would be the mass driver, and B would be the decorative elements, and the mass driver next week. So, well, yeah, I mean, both of these are going to be done eventually. It's just a matter of which of these will be implemented today. Hi Corvinus, good evening. Okay, so yeah, just type A or B in the chat to let me know which option you prefer, and I will take your vote basically. I mean, to be fair, actually only 5 of these have been weapons, which only 5 out of 13 have been weapons. Well, let's see. Okay, you've got 1 vote for B. I should clarify that these decorative elements do not have any function. They are just there to look nice, and yeah. Can I get Inkscape running? Yeah, basically, Actually, a player made some like prototype of how this could look like. Let me see if I can find it really quick. So, well, I don't know if this person wants me to disclose the name, but I guess I can share the graphic with you. So basically like this. Yeah, I don't intend to do it exactly like this, because these are actually, you know, extend beyond the shape of the ship, which might be a bit confusing, like especially here. But I do want to fill in these little holes which we have at some places. Yeah, actually, I really like it if people have like really, you know, like really well developed and illustrated ideas for stuff in the game, like the thruster rocket in the last stream. Okay, we have one vote for B and no vote against. So yeah, I guess I'm going to give the decorative elements a try. Alright, so this is going to be a bit different from making the usual weapon modules. Basically, we are going to have to make different decorative elements based on which parts of the ship they are going to be attached to. Wait, let me just open the game again. So we need to define, well, cases in a way. And we're going to have to make a graphic for these. Then we're going to have to write a detection algorithm. Then we are going to render it. And I guess we're going to start with something very simple. If we take this ship again. Okay, what do I mean by defining cases? So suppose we want to have like a tiny bit of decorative pattern here, like a small triangle at this position. Well, like actually, let's just do it, just for illustration purposes. Where's my GIMP? Yes. So all right. So I guess case 1, which I want to make, is something like this, right? So only way darker, obviously, which would cut these very sharp corners. Obviously, it's also going to be like in places like here, if we follow this rule, and yeah, and then we would have something similar for these cases where we have these holes in our ship hull. So this could look like maybe like this. Maybe not exactly this color, but I guess you get the idea. Hi Tommy, good evening. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I want to have to give the player control over these, because it would be an additional UI effort. It would require the player to actively do it. So I want to make these like really decent. Decent is, I don't know if that's the correct word. I want to make them like subtle, so not very strong and not very you know, it should be easy to distinguish them from the actual chip modules. So, yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure yet if these two types will be sufficient or if we need more. I mean, for example, we could have like... well, I mean, we are going to start with simple cases, of course, but we could also make something like this when we have end modules, I guess. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. Okay. You are correct. Yeah, placing stuff in front of thrusters is a bit odd. Yeah. All right. Alright, so we are going to start with the green ones, and we will begin by making a very simple graphic. It's going to be pretty fast because it's like really trivial. It's just going to be a little triangle. So let's use a really small module as a basis. Decoration type A. Decoration type decoration edge. Yeah, I agree. Having a background which fills the space between modules is also very good. And we can also test that later on, depending on how well this works. Okay. Okay. It's actually a good question. Should it be a simple triangle or should it be extending out a bit? Or how far should it extend? Well, I guess we'll have to experiment a bit to see what works and what does not work. Okay, so for now, in order to make it a bit more visible, I'm going to extend it to like 75% in each direction. Which may be a bit too much. And I'm also going to add a bit of detail over here. I'm really not sure, so this is your guess as well as mine. So maybe like this. Maybe not as extreme, maybe like this. Yeah, this could work, I guess. Okay, let's add a tiny bit of gradient here to the sides. Actually, the gradient would extend into the opposite direction this time, because it's supposed to be behind the ship. Or maybe we shouldn't do a normal map at all. Yeah, we will see how it works out. Okay. Alright. And let's make it sort of weak like this. Ah, I see, Tommy. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, yeah. Yeah. Filling the gaps might really be the way to go. Yeah. Oh, by the way, actually I have a brief question for you, Tommy, because you wrote last week that you were adding particles to your game, and GPU accelerated particles. So I was wondering which of these types you are using. So as far as I can tell, there are 3 different methods for doing this, which is geometry shaders, instancing, and something else. So I was wondering just which type you're using and if it works, if it's hard to implement. It's because, yeah, that's something I'm intending to add in the near future as well. Alright, in the meantime, let's add these guys. Let's call it operation edge. PNG. And let's not forget to export it. Oh, we did not. Yeah, I guess VBO is for vertex buffer. The first and last combined. Instancing and VBO. Okay, okay. Yeah, actually instancing is the one explained in this article. Well, I can post the link if you're interested. Yeah, I guess what you write is pretty much this instancing approach, which seems good to me as well. Okay. Whoops. So I guess we need to select a black color here. Okay, let's make the shadows weaker. These guys as well. Alright. And we made it wrong, or I did it wrong, because I only exported this triangle, but I need to export the whole graphic in order for the size to match up. So, well, I guess I have to do it again. Wow, sounds really, really effective. Yeah, I really gotta do that as soon as possible. Yeah. Well, actually, in general, the approach I do to rendering is pretty much deprecated, to be honest. So there's a lot of potential for accelerating and optimizing the GPU stuff in general. Yeah. But that is up for the beta phase, which I hope to be able to start pretty soon. But for that to be possible, I still need to make the story mode prototype, which I'm working on at the moment. Okay, we have decoration edge PNG. I'm not entirely sure if it makes sense to create a normal map, but we can try it anyway. This might actually look a bit strange, but we can try it. I mean, we can always just delete the normal map for it to disappear. So. Yeah, exactly, beta. Yeah, it's currently in alpha, so I want to at least have a base prototype for the story mode, which is the last part which is missing in the game. Then I'm going to beta and I'm going to, you know, work on improving all the stuff and add some more mission types and so on. But I want the base mechanics to be completely implemented before I do that. Okay. Okay. Good. So let's go to our ship part class and let's create a decoration class and basically the decoration class is going to have a texture. Oops. It is going to have a position and it's going to have an orientation and that should be pretty much it. And actually we don't need a class for that, but whatever. Yeah, I guess we can make a constructor. But what we can do here is we can make the function to create the decorations at this point. So let's make a class for this. Okay, and we will also need a render function. All right. So when our ship part is created, actually, how does it work? Okay, update ship parts. Ship parts clear. So this is where all the modules added to ship part. Update stats. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess here at the end we can just add a function update decorations. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm missing out on all the chat. Let me just... Yeah. Yeah. So in chronological order, I agree. The normal map might be the wrong way to go here. Well, I think there are some very nice implementations for particles in Java already, but they are all based on other libraries, so I'm not really sure if it's like super easy to transfer. But I can actually check if Slick2D does have something. It might actually be possible. Yeah, that might actually be a good idea to check that. Decorations. Decorations. And update decorations. Does decorations is decoration dot create decorations for this, and then you just have to render it. Okay, basically right here, right before we render the modules, we do for all for decoration D in decorations. Alright. Right. Good. So basically, the base stuff should already be working. In order to test it, well, let's just skip the testing part and let's just do very simple test. Decoration, add position. So texture is where is it? Get sub texture. Okay, texture atlas. Get sub texture. Decoration edge. We're going to put that at position 1, and with rotation 0, just to see if it works. And we have to do the render function, which would be pretty straightforward. It would just be text render. So look at the options which we have. Color, position, size, and rotation. Okay. Color would be white, position would be px, py, rotation, and we need the size, which would be 1. Pretty straightforward, actually. Let's give it a try. What do you mean by vanity object? Can you give some examples? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't even know. Please give some examples. Alright. Break it at the wrong position. Missing return statement. Ah, I see. Antenna, radar dishes. Yeah, actually, yes. So I guess these should be like added by the player. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's not working. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? I honestly don't know. So let's start by seeing if we're actually getting to this point. And strange. Or maybe it doesn't work in the editor, but it works in the actual game. Strange. Well, let's see. Yeah, I agree, we'll have to make some exceptions for things like the raster modules. Okay, let's see if it is drawn here. I guess not. What does our log say? It is actually created many times, which is a bit strange. And it is rendered only very few times. It's really... I should say that the ship parts are actually generated every time a module is added, which is not exactly the most efficient way of doing it, to be honest. But yeah, I need to improve that at some point. That's really strange. It really did try hard. It's actually really strange. Let me try to force something here. Let's try a different texture. Let's try like bot. Just to see where we are going at. Okay. The green one is actually drawn. And I'm presuming the red one is below. Yeah, I guess we're pretty much done for today. What? Why is decoration edge? Did I misspell it maybe? Okay, it is drawn actually, but it's really hard to see, apparently. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. It is drawn below the ship, so obviously if it is at, yeah, okay, yeah, you know the problem. Okay, yeah, that was pretty stupid. But on the plus side, we know that it works now. Good. Good. Yeah, just to test it, let's do the following. just to get an impression for how it looks, we can just arrange our ship to fit the texture. Oops, did it crash? It did. Nice. For some reason this happens sometimes. I don't know what it really is. It's just that Java cannot find the class it has just compiled. I have no idea actually. But I do know that I need to do the settings again now. Okay. What, for the sake of testing? Okay, rotation did not really work. Okay. And also the texture needs to be strange. I guess we used the wrong rendering function. Okay, so it doesn't, so it's like off by half a thing. Also the rotation needs to be apparently in degrees and not in radians. I never quite understood why it is sometimes radians and sometimes not. Okay, and render O. Yeah, it is correct. Yeah, actually, it is a genuine mistake actually, because the center point is in the middle of a square. So yeah. Okay. 3.5 and 2.5 here. And let's try again. Or maybe we can subtract it here. Just to add a little bit more inconsistency so that we can fail later on. Yeah, it is some sort of race condition, I guess, but I don't really understand why, because the Java compiler has finished at the point when I start Java. For some time, the error was really frequent, so I thought it is based on maybe Dropbox or another process running in the background. I don't know. All right. It's really hard to see actually. Yeah, it's really hard to see, and also the left one isn't really aligned correctly. But here we have a small, nice edge, which is pretty much what we want. Maybe we can just fly somewhere where we can see it a bit better. Yeah. I sort of like it, actually. I sort of like it. I guess it needs to be a bit brighter, because it's very dark now. But shape-wise, I think it works pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely brighter. Okay, so all right, let's try it like this. And also let's begin to work on our detection algorithm. Where is it? Here. Okay, so let's make an algorithm for this. So basically it should spawn if there is an element to the left and below, and no element in front or right of the tile. But are there more conditions? Well, I guess we can start with this simple approach and see if it works out, and make the rules more refined as we go. Okay. So I think we already have a like a map where we can just check for each square if there is a module in it or not. Okay, yeah, we can use that one. Okay, good. That should work. So we have an occupation map, which we can get from our ship. And then we just go through all the possible positions. Ship max extend, yeah. Yeah, so basically okay. So basically, if the left one is filled and the bottom one is filled and these guys are not filled, that is the rule which we use. So the left one is filled, the lower one is filled, and the right one is empty, and the lower one is empty. Okay, and in that case, we create a new decoration at this position. Pretty straightforward. We need to create these two functions. also have to we'll also have to add the ship part as a parameter, because this map is actually for all ship parts of a ship, and we do not want to have multiple decorations for each ship part. What I mean is we do not want to have decorations for another ship part added to one ship part. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it is filled if OM, the position X and Y is not null, and the ship part is the ship part which we provided here. If that is fulfilled, then the space is filled, and it is empty when this is null. Okay. Just add a little bit of debug stuff over here. And yeah, I guess let's give it a try. For testing purposes, we can also render the decorations after the module. So in case it is below, that we can still see it. Okay, so let's do a complete rebuild because we changed the texture so that it is bundled back into the game. Depending on how many cases we make, it might be interesting to generalize this part in a way that we can have the rotation directly here and do not have to make like a case for every rotation case, but yeah. Okay, this needs to be static. So good. Oh. Apparently, it's really slow. Is it? Is it? No. Wait, what? Or did it just crash? Oh, okay. Ah, okay, yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, we need to add the ship extent to the array index. Let's just double check. Yeah, so ship max extent times 2. Okay. All right. Good. fine. Apparently it will reset, unfortunately, my settings again. MLG hacker stuff. Thank you. Oh, and we're back at small resolution. Let's do it like this. Doesn't really look like it worked. Well, actually, it's hard to see, but there are a few over here. I mean, it will be better to see when the resolution is higher. But it's not really correct. Okay, let's restart it. And let's try let's try with a simplified version of this rule first. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now there should be a decorative element on every part of the edge, on the white edge, I guess. Yeah, okay, I agree. Let's make them red. Yeah, I did make this game, but it took me a long time. Well, I'm going to start it again with red edges. Okay, so let's let the debugging fun begin. Okay, so first of all, yeah, the space itself needs to be empty. That is a rule which we have forgotten. And also, I guess we have to move everything a bit to the right. Okay. Or maybe not. Okay, let's see. First of all, let's do plus 0.5 instead of minus over here. And let's add a rule that the space for the decoration itself needs to be empty. Which makes sense anyway, so actually we can do that right in the beginning so that we can save some time. I did make module graphics and like particle effects and so on, but the space backgrounds are made by like a graphic artist whom you can find on DeviantArt, for example, if you like. And I'm also going to have an artist make some very nice very nice like artwork for the game, which will come pretty soon, I hope. Okay. Yeah, this actually looks about right, I think. Yeah, so now these are correctly on the right side of the ship. Now we need to check the vertical component so that we only have them here. Okay, so let's add these guys back. Some pro level stick man. Wait a second, I just need to check my mails. All right. Oh. Okay. I guess it's correct. I mean, it's not correct. I mean, the vertical component is flipped, but we already have the lower part, which is nice. Okay. So let's make a duplicate here. And this part needs to be, I guess, plus 90 degrees. Well, since it's all flipped, doesn't make sense to think too hard about it. Anyway. Okay, also there was a bit of a mistake here. This needs to be y plus 1, not x plus 1. Alright. Here we're going to make y minus 1 and y plus 1 over here. Okay, let's see. Hey, I'm actually really looking forward to see some cool BossConstructor fan art. I was also very happy about your rocket thruster. Is it called rocket thruster? I forgot. Fission rocket graphic prototype. Yeah, nice. Nice. This is actually sort of as intended. Now we only need to add the ones for the left side. I actually really like it, how it looks. I think that might be quite a good addition. Okay, so let's add the left side. Just have to flip the X once and adapt the angle. So this would be plus 180 and this would be minus 90, I guess. You can actually add fan art and artwork to the Steam community page. I think. Did I make a mistake? Because it doesn't seem to load up. Yep. Index out of bound 28. guess. I guess if it fills all the way. Only do anime checks. Maybe a bit hard to fit them into the game in its current state. Ah, I can actually make it a bit bigger, I think. What am I even doing? All right. All right. I think it looks sort of nice. We should, you know, add a check that it isn't in front of a thruster or weapon, I guess. But otherwise, let's check some other ships to see how it looks like. Okay. Looks a bit strange next to armor. But everything else considered? Okay, yeah, the Titan armor doesn't really look too good with this if you use the curved design. I'm not sure yet how I will resolve that. Puppy falling asleep. Alright, let's try to solve the spawning in front of weapon issue. Where was it most prevalent? Here, I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to make a second function, which I'm going to, what would be a good summary of weapon and wait a second. Okay. So instead of checking if it is filled, we're going to check can have decoration in front. It's not very catchy, I guess, but yeah, you can do that. Okay, so static boolean can have decoration in front. Okay, so first of all, if it is not filled, then we return false. And if it is a weapon, we return false. And how can we detect thrusters? Okay, drive thrust, and if it is drive thrust is greater than 0, we also return false, otherwise we return true. Okay, might actually be good. Oops, can't find some more. What? Ah, okay. It was a bit too simple, I guess. Okay, so first of all, we only did the right half. And it works correctly here, and it works correctly here. So these guys no longer spawn. However, we do want this guy to spawn. So we actually have to check the rotation of the stuff, which is sort of messy, unfortunately. Let's check the other ships. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here it's correct. Here it is correct. Here it is not quite correct because we want to have this guy. Okay, so I guess we have to check the rotation of the module below. Really sort of annoying. It's really sort of annoying. So basically we don't want it to spawn on the front side of a weapon or the back side of a thruster. Okay, so first of all, let's generalize this for the right side. Wait a second. Probably already made a mistake here. Just think about it again for a second. So this is the top right one, and for this guy, it is important that this guy can have decoration in front. Actually it's required for all of these. Yeah, because we do not yet check. Yeah, okay. I cannot conclude from the position of the decoration in which direction we have to prevent being in front of something. It is like a super imprecise way of saying this, but oh well, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, now these are all gone, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, so we need to fix that. Yeah, we need to fix it so that it is only in a certain direction. Oh, and I think... Oh, actually we should already have this information, actually, because if I drag this stuff around, we already have these block thingies around. Huh. Okay. It should actually be easier than I thought. So let's see how the editor does it. Render background, grid, clipboard, ship. Nope. Warnings, highlight selected, hint selected module. This one. Render core shade. Maybe it's this guy. Get occupation with block. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That should work. That should work. And also in the ship stats we already do a test if there is like an overlap in this incorrect area. Just need to find out where it is. Get occupation. Okay, valid module. Occupation true. And if it is within reach. Okay. Okay, good, nice. We can use this one. That should be pretty straightforward. Hi, Heckwack. Wow, how it is pronounced. All right. You can have decoration in front. Okay. So basically, we get the occupation rectangle. We remove this crap. And we check min x, min y, right. Yep. might work. Might work. No, that's actually incorrect. Yeah, it's actually not entirely correct. I tested anyway to see if it changed anything. Did not, okay. Yeah, it was not entirely correct. Because I have to check if this box is, like this blocking area is at the space of the decoration, not at the space of, you know, yeah, the surrounding stuff. Okay. Alright. So we are going to change this again to only do filled stuff. Okay, and we're going to make a general check here. Okay, so is within block zone, for example, yeah. And is within block zone, we'll just cycle through all the modules in the ship part. And we'll just see if any of these modules has a blocking zone which covers this thing. It may be a bit off, we will see. It may be a bit off in the sense that we are, you know, half a block away. I'm really bad at explaining stuff today, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. On the left side it's working. Not entirely. Maybe? Okay. Basically it's just one square too far, the range of the blocking things. And on the right side it's probably the same. Yeah. Okay. I think it's just a case of replacing greater equal by just plain greater than. That might actually be it. And when that works, we can think about implementing the blue guy, like here. I think the red one is sort of questionable, to be honest, because I don't see many ship designs where it would actually be helpful. Looks pretty correct, actually. Let's try rotating it. Okay, after rotating it, we need to move the ship around, apparently, for it to work correctly. I don't understand why, actually. Oh, okay, I do understand why, actually, yeah. I think I understand why. Okay, let's fix that first before we go on. Okay, rotating is done here. And actually no validation is done afterwards. Nice job, nice job. It's actually a bit problematic, actually. Rotate, modules clear. Check commands. Wait a second, let me just see where I can put this best. Because this will definitely produce problems later on if it's not corrected right now. Okay. So basically updating stats and updating decorations are sort of one step. Yeah, let's put it. Actually, does it only affect this? Okay. Okay, update stats and decorations, and we need to do that whenever we rotate stuff. Alright, we might also need to do it when we drag a module, not just when we rotate it. When we drag a module, update chip parts. Okay, here it is done correctly. And maybe it would actually be... Actually, we should do it like this, so that we definitely have an updated chip whenever we rotate. So I guess it's sort of strange coincidence that we found this inconsistency in the rotation function in the editor, but can make it fixed nevertheless. Would you mind consider doing multiple angles? Wait a second. Oops. Wait a second. So, tap, tap, up, tap. It's a good question, actually. We could try it. First of all, I need to find the game. Okay. I'll keep it in mind. We can test it later if it looks good and if it works. What did we want to test? Well, if moving stuff around works, and it does. Okay. And rotation works as well. Nice. Okay, Okay, pretty nice actually. So next let's do the hole looking one, I guess. Which is this one over here. Okay, let's call it decoration hole, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what it actually is. And let's just make it a variation of this one. All right. First of all, let's move this guy away. Then let's just make a mirror copy of that one. Maybe it shouldn't extend down quite as far. I think it should be a bit more like this. Actually, I should really get some more vocabulary to describe this stuff which I'm doing. Yeah, I guess this might look good. I guess, maybe. Solid square decoration for holes. Maybe. Maybe. I guess I'm going to try these holes. I'm just going to make them a tiny bit more. Whoops. Yeah. So that it is the same size everywhere. How about on the other hand? Maybe it's too thin if we do it like that. Well, honestly, it's probably pretty hard to tell apart anyway, so let's just go with it like this. And see how it looks. All right, let's call it decoration hole. Let's export it. Again. All right. Alright, approximately like this. And then let's make it brighter. I'm actually pretty interested to see how it looks when it is not red. Okay, so this is going to be our main hole texture. Decoration hole.png. And let's make a normal map for good measure. All right. Pretty neat, pretty neat. So now we only need to add to slightly change our algorithm to detect cases for filling in these guys. And let's start with the simple case. Well, I guess they're all equally simple in a way, but okay, so if it is okay, let me illustrate what I'm doing. First of all, let me find my GIMP again. Okay. Okay, so now we are doing these guys. And for them, we require this to be filled and this to be empty. So basically it's like here, but one minus should be a plus now. Okay, so that's pretty much what we do. We just change this and that should actually be it. We can also do the inverse case. Yep. Which should cover our first two cases. And it does not work. Why does it not work? Why does it not work? Let's experiment a bit. Very strange actually. Ah, okay, yeah. My bad. I think it is working, but I forgot to add the text to the archive. Okay, so I need to do stuff like this. You are correct. That will actually happen. I mean, the only way to prevent it would be to check if, like a few more squares away in each direction. You're actually really fast to create this mock-up. This is actually pretty amazing. And it looks actually, I don't even know. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. All right. Not quite sure yet if I completely like how it looks. That may also be because it's just, you know, freaking red. Okay, and you're also correct. It will add stuff like this. I actually really like how it adds these things on the go. Oh, I think this is actually a really good addition, a really good new feature. Ships just look much more connected and much more cohesive now. Well, except for the fact that they are sort of disconnected, which we might also tackle. Okay. Okay, let's see how it looks when it's not actually red. We could actually also make it adapt to the color of the adjacent modules. Might also look good, but for now let's go with white. Well, I don't think your approach is unprofessional at all. I mean, quite the opposite actually. I mean, doing fast prototyping and doing lots of sketches and drafts is actually, at least in my personal opinion, the best way to develop a game and to approach development in general. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. What I don't quite like is that there's like a tiny gap to the adjacent modules. And I'm thinking of making these decoration paths just a tiny bit bigger to let them just extend a tiny bit to these parts. We can try that in a second. Let's just have a look at a few ship designs. All right. All right. It really is a bit problematic with the curved armor pieces. Maybe I'll make it so that it doesn't occur next to these. Oh, but here it looks really, really neat actually. I mean, in a way, it doesn't have to be a triangle, right? I mean, we could also make like an organic shape, organic curve or something. Right. All right. So first of all, let's try to make it a bit extended and see how that looks. We might also reduce the shadow even further, because the shadow actually, in this case, adds to the disconnected looking problem. style thing. Alright, we should undo that it is rendered on top of other stuff. And also 1.5 is a bit excessive. So let's try 1.25. Let's go back to our rendering process and move it to the correct location. Oh, and also we sort of forgot to do these whole decorations for the rotated cases. So let's do that. Wait, what? Filled, empty. I'm really confused now. Y plus 1. Okay. I think like this. Well, we'll see. Yeah. You are probably correct about the bevel effect. Okay, let's try removing that. And okay, it seems to be correct. It's just not the correct texture. Okay, good. Okay, let's try it. Let's try removing all the shadow. So that you just have a very slight level over here, which we could also remove. Yeah, let's try going all out, removing this. Excuse me. Okay, whatever. Good. Decoration edge and decoration hole. And exactly replace the name here, and that should pretty much be it. give it a bit of a go. And we could also remove the normal maps actually. Even though... yeah. Yeah, we should remove the normal maps actually. Let's see how it looks when we rotate the ship. Yeah, it is a bit confusing, especially here when there are no actual connections to other modules at that place. Alright, so just go to our pack source and remove our normal maps, and that should pretty much remove them from the game. Yeah, the removal of the ship's self-collision damage. Didn't I already do that? Let me check. No, apparently not. Yeah, I come to that in a second. Just let's see if this works now. All right, looks fine to me. We can actually try to see how it looks when we connect the modules using similar stuff. Actually, we can do that pretty soon. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how it looks. The possible exception of these Titan armors, which we might fix at some point. Oh, we could actually fix it pretty easily, but that would be a bit... What if these armor types had like a blocking zone? It would sort of fix it, I guess. Not entirely sure if I want to do that. But given that's the only thing which is still causing issues, I think we might want to give it a go. And then what we could try is to make a whole layer of these decoration modules below the actual ship, so that we do not have seams between modules like this. Okay. Okay, so first of all, done. No decorations next to rounded armor. Fill decorations between modules. And yeah. Okay. No decorations next to rounded armor. Patient with block. Patient buffer. Block, no block. Okay, if block size is not 0, then okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's just make a horizontal block size, I guess. Yeah, let's just adapt the code which we have here. Okay, yeah. Alright, and then we just need to actually add it to the Titan armor left and Titan armor right. I have no idea if this is the correct direction, but we will just have to see. That might actually work. Let's try. What we could do for people who do not like this rounded style is to give them the option to make like a shipwright, design choice, so that they have a choice between no decorations, edgy decorations, organic decorations, and so on. I think that might actually work. Alright, it's exactly the wrong way around. And if we do that, we can also add like more decoration styles, like really round decorations. All right, no more disturbing decorations over here. The only problem, oh, and here we should do it as well. Yeah, you're seeing the problem. It does actually not only affect the decorations, it will affect modules as well. So you can no longer do this. So actually some ship designs might get invalidated by this change. But then again, do you really want players to do this? Well, not really. Yeah. All right. Ship decorations. Okay. Finally, let's try to make yeah, but this does look strange, right? I mean, it would be. I don't think it's so easy to distinguish these cases without adding a lot more complexity. So I think for now I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not so sure about this armor piece. Well, okay. No decorations next round. Armor is done. I see. Fill decoration between. Okay. Fill decorations between modules. Okay. Let's just try this in a very simple way, just to see how it looks like. Just make a very simple case. If x minus 1 is filled and x is filled, then we just use our fill texture, which is just a white block, I guess. And let's add it here. This is actually pretty interesting. I'm not sure how it will look like. Yeah, we can just test it like this. It will be white now, but whatever. Oh, right, yeah. We excluded the cases where it is not empty. Yeah. So if it is empty, we do this part, And if it is not empty, we do that part. Okay. Okay, obviously looks pretty horrible because it is too big and because it is entirely white. Yeah, let's fix that and try it again. So, SX. Okay. All right. So now it should be gray. And it should be the correct size. Okay, and it is American English spelling. How do you write on multiple lines at once in Sublime? As far as I know, there are two different ways. You can, if you have like a word selected and you want to edit multiple instances at once, you can hit Ctrl D. And now I can edit all the things here at the same time. Or you can, if you have multiple lines, you can hit Ctrl-Shift-L and then you have a cursor in every line. So this is actually pretty useful. For example, if you had stuff like this and you can just Ctrl-Shift-L and then you can press home and, you know, whatever. Stuff like that. It's not here. Here. Okay, yeah, we did the spelling wrong and now it should work, I think. Good. Oh, it's 10 PM already. It looks better, right? I think it looks better. Let's see some more ships. Yeah, I think it looks much better. There's no longer this disconnected feel to them, especially like here. Yeah. Let's see how it looks in Mission. Yeah, I think we are going to keep that improvement. Let's just see. Okay, so here the front weapons, we have now connection. What did I just do? But why was it so slow? Strange. Okay, let's just have a look at a few different chips and see if it works correctly. Alright. Oh. Our blocking solution may yet be problematic if we have cases like this. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Okay, I'm actually thinking of suppressing decorations for these guys at all. I'm sick of it. And then we also do not have the blocking problem anymore. Yeah. So instead of doing this block size horizontal bullshit, we're going to add a function which is just suppress adjacent decorations or something. Okay, and then we are going to take our freaking Titan armor and set that to true. Triangle shaped Titan armor 2. Yeah. I mean, this approach may in some cases lead to decorations not showing up when they should. But yeah. Okay, if it is filled and OM the ship part and on and ship part suppress adjacent decorations. Yeah. Good. It will still work with the rectangular Titan armor, that is correct. Okay, before we do something else, let's check if this works. And then I can optimize the fill decorations a bit, I guess, because they only need to be drawn in between. That's not correct. That's not correct. We can just leave it like that. Yeah, it would be a bit of over optimization. All right. No decorations next to these guys, but still decorations here. I mean, in this case you could argue that it sort of looked quite good here, but yeah. Whatever. Let's see. All right. I'm actually really happy with this change. I mean, I think it looks much better than just a few hours ago. Very nice. What else do we have? Carrier ship. Pretty neat. What else? Our cloaking test. Very nice. Very nice, yeah. Our escape capsule test. Ah, okay. This mini rounded armor also needs to be excluded, as well as this guy. Okay, let's just do this while we are working it. I also need to update the date. Armor M round, okay. So armor M round needs to have it suppressed, and armor M triangle needs to have it suppressed. Okay, nice. So what else do we have? Our destroyer ship. Oh, we just had that. Our fission rocket test. Yeah. A bit of a graphical problem if the graphic doesn't extend all the way. Yeah. Not entirely sure yet. Our flak cam test. She looks pretty nice. Station. Yeah, actually even these small chips look neater now, I think. Okay, yeah, so the only thing which I will change is, I guess I have to suppress the decorations for the new fission rocket as well. Yeah. Okay, fill decoration values, done. And next we can have a look at the ship part damage. Yeah, I mean here, the easiest solution would be just to disable collision damage or reduce collision damage between parts of the same ship altogether. I'm not yet sure if that is too simple or if that leads to some exploitable stuff. Okay, so fission rocket should no longer be a problem. Yeah, the other stuff seems to look pretty alright. Okay, what else did we have? We had the micro armor causing a bit of problems, but that is fixed now as well. Okay, let's try the collision damage, which is actually pretty simple, I think. Reverse everything. Ship parts against each other. collision immune. Straightforward part A, part B. I'm wondering, is it like a huge problem if your ship parts do no longer collide with each other? You know, are there a lot of situations where that is a problem? Or does it even, you know, improve the possibilities you can do in some way? Well, I guess for now I'm going to give it a try. Just to see what types of, you know, I'm actually really excited to see what types of ships become viable by this. So yeah, let's definitely try it. Okay, let's just try it. Let's make a ship and, you know, let's just add some random crap. So it collides, but it no longer does damage to your ship. But it should still do damage, you know. You should still do damage when colliding with other ships. Let's try it. Yep, works. And shots should also still collide. So, do they? Actually does really little damage. Wait, what? All containers are really tanky, actually. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, there you have it, first one. Looking forward to see what you come up with. Yeah. Alright. So, actually, I think we're pretty much done for today. I think we've actually made a really tangible improvement to the game by adding these little decorations. Just for the spaceship feeling. Yeah. Gute Nacht, Hackwork. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of still thinking of adding different decoration styles, but yeah, I guess we can do that in 2 weeks' time. Alright, so I will push this to Steam in a few minutes so that you can give it a go. Thank you very much for watching. next stream will be next Sunday, and next Sunday we will do the, what was it? The mass driver module, mass driver weapon module, which we procrastinated on doing today. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your very, very good comments and your very lively discussion in chat, which is really, really fun to see, by the way. And yeah, take care, have a good time, and this time I'm not going to forget to turn on my streaming software. So, goodbye.